there, my name's Claire and this is Stitch Sew. Thank you so much for joining me today for episode 10 of Friday Sews. Today I'm going to be talking about some of the things I've been making, some fabrics and some plans for the week. So if that interests you, please stick around with me today. Now if you haven't seen one of my videos before, I like to post under the hashtag Friday Sews. The hashtag came about from Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, and it really has built the most wonderful sewing community around it. So if you want to just search under that hashtag Friday Sews, you will find a whole host of lovely vloggers who are all posting under that hashtag and will give you lots of lovely sewing goodness. Now if you are new to my channel, welcome along, thank you so much for stopping by, and if you are returning, thank you so much. I really do appreciate every single one of you that have been watching my previous videos, everyone that has liked and commented and subscribed. I really do appreciate every one of you, so thank you so much. If you do like today's video, don't forget to give me a like, and if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. That would be fantastic. So what have I been up to this week? Unfortunately, I haven't managed to fit in huge amounts of sewing, but I've certainly done some, so I'd love if you would carry on watching and catch up with me. So one of the things I have finished is my collaboration project, and I will be filming that, and that will be released hopefully on the 14th of March alongside Adele's video from Sew for Serenity, so please do check that out on Monday. So on to the things that I can share with you this week. So the first thing is this little t-shirt for my youngest son. Now you will know that if you've watched any of my previous videos that I am a massive fan of Waves and Wild for kids patterns in particular, but they do some fabulous adults patterns as well. This is another Waves and Wild pattern, although not my old faithful hot chocolate pattern, which many of you will have seen huge amounts of times before. This one is the Raglan Explorer. It's got the Raglan sleeve, hence the name, and it comes in several sort of different options. In terms of sizes, first of all, it goes from a size premature baby, I believe, right up to the age of 12. So a really great pattern size range there, and you can have the option of doing a short sleeve with like a turned up cuff, a 3/4 length sleeve, or a long sleeve. So this bit of fabric I had was just a remnant piece that I picked up from So Much More, who are based in Devon, and I just wanted to use as much of the fabric as I could. So I've gone with the longer length. This one has got a sort of a dipped curved hem on, which I thought was just a new technique that I hadn't actually done before, really simple to do. And I've gone obviously with the long sleeves there as well. I really like this pattern. This is the first time that I've sewn it up. I've used my my overlock of thread that's a rainbow type, and I've just put a little tag in the back, basically just using the fabric that the t-shirt's made out of. I do that quite a lot with my kids' clothes, just so they know what is the back, etc. So I really like this pattern. I'll definitely be sewing up some more for my boys. I really like the fact that it's the Raglan sleeve option. I think that will be great for some colour blocking, different colour sleeves, etc. And obviously it comes in the short sleeve, so great little t-shirt for summer as well. So hopefully, yeah, I'll definitely be sewing up a good few more of these ones. Now the next couple of items that I wanted to show you are gifts for my mum and dad. So mum and dad, if you are watching ahead of me seeing you at the weekend, please do switch off now and tune back in maybe on Monday when I've gifted these presents to you. So the first one is just this really simple, cute little neck warmer for my mum. I made a jumper for my mum out of this fabric, and I had a little bit of leftovers from this fabric, and so I've just whipped up as a little extra gift for her a neck warmer, which I think will go really nice if she wants to wear it with a jumper or by itself, just to keep her warm and cozy. My mum does feel the cold, so I think even though we're heading into springtime, she still might get a little bit of use out of this one. And definitely obviously coming into when we get to the winter months, although I'm not wishing for those right now, definitely some spring weather would be very much appreciated. Now the next thing I've made is for my dad. My mum and dad's birthdays are both in March, like 5 days apart from each other, so always have to sort of think of things that I can make for both of them. And this time I've come up, but I always find making gifts for men more difficult. I don't know about you guys. I don't know whether you choose to make gifts for other people or not. I do like to make gifts, and I have decided that I would make my dad a covered notebook. Now my dad likes to keep like a journal when he goes away in his camper van of the things that they've worked, the places they've been, etc. And so I thought another notebook would be super handy. So what I've done is I've used 2 different types of fabric. It's a fully sort of lined, I don't know how well that's going to show up, but fully lined notebook cover, slightly different material on the sort of sleeve bits. I've added a piece of elastic which sort of keeps the notebook together, and a little elastic tab here which you can pop a pen in. I still need to go and pick a pen up, a nice pen for him, but I just think as a little additional gift, hopefully he'll think it's a nice thoughtful present and he'll be able to get a lot of use out of it. So this one I just used a tutorial on YouTube. I will link that in the description below. I'd also like to say a big thank you to everyone that commented on my last video when I was talking about pattern storage solutions and how to kind of keep your patterns in order and know what patterns that you've got without having to pull out big bundles of patterns, etc. And the fact that I was thinking about using Trello, but I hadn't looked into it, and what were people's thoughts on it, or did they have other ways that they organise their patterns. So thank you to everyone that's commented. It really has given me food for thought. Lots of people really like Trello, so I have been having a look at Trello, and I definitely think I could make that work for me in the future, but I obviously need to put a little bit of time into organising that. Some other ideas that people had given me were that they could print off like the sort of the main sort of picture of their patterns, and they put them in a file and then maybe section them off into things like dress, tops, trousers, kids patterns, men's patterns, that sort of thing, just so that they've got something they can leaf through and have a quick focus. I really like that idea too. I am a really sort of visual person. The thing that is probably drawing me to Trello is that because it will be an app that I can have on my phone, it does also mean that if I was out and about shopping and I saw a fabric that I really liked, then I could sort of leaf through and see what pattern I liked, and you know, I'm hoping to put kind of the information of how much fabric you'd need, that sort of information on Trello as well. So I think in time that's something that I'd like to organise, but it will probably be a few months down the line before I actually get myself set up on that. If and when I do sort that out, if you'd like me to do a video of my patterns on Trello, do let me know. And the other thing that I was thinking that possibly you might like, do let me know in the comments below, is perhaps a mini tour of my sewing space. Again, as I say, just let me know in the comments below if that would be something that interests you or not. Now, in terms of plans for the upcoming week, I really want to finish my Sew Yellow for Endo Make, and I definitely need to start thinking about my Sew Frugal 22 video and putting some plans together for that side of things. But I also have this blue viscose fabric that I think I'd like to use to make a dress. Now, coming up at the beginning of April is my mum and dad's 50th wedding anniversary, and they're having a small sort of family get together, a lunch, and not a massive affair, but sort of 20 or so people, and I thought it'd be really nice to have a lovely new dress for that one. That's as far as I've got. I haven't decided on a pattern, so if you do have any suggestions for me, that would be great. A sort of a day dress type pattern would be great. If it's a free pattern, extra brownie points. I thought it would look really lovely under my Nova coat that I've got hanging up there. This was a fabric that I was potentially looking to use for the lining of that coat, but I went with the pink lining in the end. So I know that it will be a fabric that looks really great with that coat, so I thought that'd be a really nice sort of pairing. So do let me know about any pattern suggestions that you have, and yeah, hopefully I'll get going on that this week, even if I don't finish it. So yeah, any help would be gratefully received. Thank you. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about before I head off today is another sewing challenge that is happening in April. It's being run by the lovely Crystal, who is my social thread, and the lovely Adele, who is Sew for Serenity. The challenge is happening in April, and it is called, I'm just going to refer to my notebook, Selfless Sew April 22. The idea is that you sew up things for other people. It could be friends or family, it could be for charity, it could be for a pet. The idea is that you just sew something that isn't for yourself. So that's definitely something I'll be taking part in. I love making things for other people as well as myself, so it's definitely a challenge that is right up my street. And I'll be looking to put together a video probably at the beginning of April, just to talk about some of the things and plans and ideas that I've got. So yeah, do take part in that. I know that there's an absolute host of prizes and sponsors for this challenge that they've got on board, so there's a high chance of winning a lovely prize. I'm sure that's just a case of them being drawn at random, and I will double check the date for posting those on Instagram, and I'll put that date across the screen for you now. So folks, a short and sweet video from me today. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have, please do give me a like, and as I say, do subscribe if you haven't already done so. But until next week, take care, happy sewing, bye bye.